Hello everyone! Welcome back to this game. When we last left off, we arrived at Bowser's castle, way up in the sky. And we encountered a bit of a hurdle. There's this intelligent door along the way that was all, hey, I'll let you through. He let us through alright. Right down into a jail cell. Well, we managed to escape the jail cell and had to travel through this lava-filled area, and we have since cooled off the lava. It was a somewhat complicated process, so I don't feel like trying to explain it. But we have finished up this lava section, and we're heading into the next. That's usually how things work. It seems to be a cave. Are we below the castle? It's so dark. They must have had problems setting up lights down here. What a pain for us. Well, it's a good thing we have our electric baby here. So, Bowser's Castle is big. Easily the biggest dungeon in the game. Like with Flower Fields, I feel like this place kind of overstays its welcome. But the fact that it's divided into different sections helps a little bit. I don't feel nearly as annoyed by the size of Bowser's Castle as I do the amount of time we spend in Flower Fields. And oh man, I gotta say, Parakarry is somewhat brave there. I know that's a small gap that we have to deal with, but I would not want to be flying anybody across anywhere in this darkness. Oh yeah, as a reminder, I have the bump attack badge equipped so I don't have to fight anything. Really handy. I know we just encountered a new enemy and I should be tattling it, but since we're pretty much in the dark anyway, I wouldn't be able to tattle them in the first place. I'd have to swap Watt out for Goombario, and that would take away our source of light. You can't tattle what you don't see. That said, with the help of the bump attack badge, that means we're not actually going to be spending much time down here. We'll be able to quickly make our way back up and tell that intelligent door what for. I don't think there's anything up there. Oh wait, prove me wrong. I'm thinking of another spot. Boy, it must suck for these Koopa Trolls. I mean, for the bony beetles, I imagine that they're okay somewhat with living down in a dark area because they're skeletons. But for the Koopa Troll, I don't know. Do Koopas have an easy time seeing in the dark? Well, that would make things a little bit easier for Parakarry if that were the case. But otherwise, if it's this dark for the Koopa Troll, it would suck to wind up getting a job down here. Especially considering that's a whole lot of pits around this path. Well, at least there's somewhat of an invisible wall, so we don't necessarily have to worry about falling. Still, having to work down here is the pits. Alright, definitely up there is nothing of interest. Oh, you got me. Well, I guess we're fighting this fight. I wasn't planning on fighting this fight. Especially since I can't tattle these guys. Yet. I'll have to fight a Magic Koopa eventually. Incidentally, these Magic Koopas are a little bit stronger than the one that we fought early on in the game. Definitely causing a bit of damage here. Okay, go ahead and run. That speed things along a little. Sure. Alright, made it to the end. We're back inside Bowser's castle. There's a stone pedestal with Bowser's face carved on it. What poor taste. What an egomaniac. If we push that thing, what do you think will happen? That conversation switched directions in a hurry. Blah, huh? You came back? You escaped from that underground jail? But there was no way you could escape. Of all the dirty tricks. I guess I have to keep my word. You can go through, but don't think I'll forget this. Nah, I'm actually going to head this way. 'Cause in the previous stream, I managed to acquire the final badge in the game, which means I should be sitting at 100% completion right now. But I will not feel good about being at 100% completion until I'm seeing it on that statistics board. So what I'm going to do is head on back. Now, I'll go ahead and save here. That way, once we prove that I'm at 100%, I can just reset the game and already be back up here, because it is a bit of a trek. By the way, I gotta say, the scene of us flying to Bowser's Castle and all the Toads making their wishes, that was a really cool scene. I really like that scene. Really gets you pumped for entering the final dungeon. No, I don't need to worry about healing. Because I'm going to reset the game anyway. It is interesting how short this path is, by the way. It's like, there's almost no reason to have this trail here. We could have easily had that teleporter beam thing take us straight into Star Haven. Now, though, this is pretty. We would kind of be missing out if we didn't have a map like that. Maybe instead they could have had it a little bit longer. Maybe instead of a straightforward trail, we could have been branching off in different directions. I doubt anybody is going to have anything different to say now that I've started the final chapter, and I don't feel like checking, because if I check and it turns out one person has said something new, I'm going to feel like trying to find out if anybody else says something new too. And I don't feel like doing that. Alright. Coins earned 4,777. That's a nice number. It's gonna change before we're done here, but badges collected, all 80. Star pieces collected, all 160. Tasties recipes, all 50. Chuck Quizmo's quizzes, all 64. Man, it really bothers me that they're counting that one time I failed a question on the tally. It's not like there's 65 questions. I got all the questions. But other than that, yeah, I'm sitting at 100%. So that's awesome. I'll just go ahead and reset the game now. It is interesting how Paper Mario is specifically programmed to have that wipe whenever you reset. It doesn't just suddenly reset. Nope, it has to be fancy about that. Kind of interesting. Alright, let's get back to where we were. And since I technically have not actually left the castle, that means the enemies will not have respawned. So we can just go ahead and quickly make our way back to where we were. Granted, with the bump attack badge, it wouldn't have mattered anyway. Although you never know, the Hammer Brother could have gotten a first strike. Alright. Onward to the next section. Actually, here's another benefit with this place over Flower Fields. As we go along, the music is changing. There's this guitar riff in the background now. This is a prison cell where toads are being held. You know, there are toads here, and beds is kind of like a toad house. Do you think that I'm just being an incurable optimist? Well, what's wrong with that? Well, I'll tell you what's wrong with it. You are not an optimist. You are the most sassiest, complainingest person on my team. I come all the way from Dry Desert to Princess Peach's party, and look what happens. I've been to some lame parties, but that was ridiculous. I want to go back to the desert as soon as possible. Mario, you're safe! Oh, I'm so glad. We all got captured before we knew what was happening. A few people at the party were able to get away, but they caught most of us. I wonder where Princess Peach, the minister, and all the other guests are. I'm really worried about them. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and not tell you that I found the minister. Mario, your main goal is to save the princess, isn't it? She must be doing okay, holding on to the belief that you'll come. We soldiers should have broken out to save her by now. But it's taken all our efforts just to protect the prisoners. What a shame. Really, are they mean to the prisoners? Psst, psst. The Toad House's slogan is, refresh your body and soul. This isn't a real Toad House, but you can take a quick nap here if you feel like it. Are you going to take a nap? Alright, that sounds like a good idea. These are difficult times. Please rest well, though. Probably not the most comfy bed I've slept on. Did you sleep well? Then take care, and go! Oops. Shh. I should be quiet. Otherwise, they'll find us. So what if they do? Anything that touches Mario dies. Alright, well. I'm all healed up, so that's nice. Strike Back says... No, wait. Radio Raptor. Radio Raptor! Hi, Radio Raptor! Welcome to my stream. Hopefully, I'm on my way to fighting Bowser at some point in the next couple of hours. Anyway, Radio Raptor says, I mean, as far as parties goes, getting kidnapped by Bowser would be cool in my book. I mean, I suppose, but at the same time... You're not exactly treated very well. Oh, hi. Okay. What? Who are you, man? I don't know your face. Maybe you're Mario, huh? Just joking. I'm the guard of this warehouse. I'm really bored, man. Hey, you know, if you've got any coins, I'll sell you stuff. Nah. What? You've got nothing? Lame. Oh no, I'm totally loaded. You just don't have anything that I'm interested in selling. Okay, I believe that for the moment I'm gonna want to take off my Fancy Pants Bump Attack badge because now we're about to get the opportunity to tattle a Magikoopa, and I kind of don't want to instantly kill it. Alternatively, I could just let him hit me, but I don't really feel like doing that either. Oh hey! 2-for-1 deal! I'll tattle the Bony Beetle first, just in case it dies on one hit. It's a Bony Beetle. They're bony, buzzy beetles. Hence the name. 8 HP, 3 attack, 4 defense. It's tough to damage them. When their spikes are out, their attack power is 5. When they retract their spikes, take the opportunity to flip them over. After that, beating them will be a breeze. Can't I flip them over now? Yep, that is totally flipped over. You know, this gives me a perfect opportunity to try something out. Definitely a really good opportunity. Let's find out if this really does debuff enemies. Yep, definitely can do that. So that's handy. This is a Magikoopa. Magikoopas are the elite magicians of the Koopa clan. 11 HP, 6 attack, no defense. Tread carefully, Mario. Their magical attacks pack a serious punch. They know many nasty spells. We'd better beat them before they can do anything crazy. Yeah, please don't do any invisibility nonsense. I'm okay with attack up. Just don't make them invisible. Alright. This attack should be strong enough to take them all out. Nope, not quite. Alright, and before that guy over there notices me, I'm going to re-equip this badge. Man, that's a great badge! Let's see if we get anything interesting out of this. Lightning? Nope, no lightning. I guess I can take a fire flower. And I was kind of hoping that would knock him down. Alright, do your thing, Goombario. One down. Man, the timing on that is really difficult. Because they come out you so slowly and sometimes also fast. A variety of speeds depending on how far they are from you. Okay, I know I can knock you down. I probably just failed because I failed to get that second strike. How about... Oh, do I want to use this? No, I kind of want to save my star points. Right now, I'm kind of wishing that I had the quick swap badge so that I could have brought out somebody besides Goombario. Okay, well, that's an attack they can use. Radioraptor says, I feel the timing's got way better in the sequel. You know, absolutely. It always throws me off whenever I go from Paper Mario 2 to this game, because the timings are just different. You know what? Let's end this. No more Magic Koopas, please. Alright, good. Oh, it's this room. I'm sure Bowser's going to be surprised. I'm sure he'd never believe that we could make it this far. I can't wait to see the expression on his face. I feel like he's expecting us, actually. If Bombette were about 3 times bigger, we could just blow all these walls up. It would certainly let us move through these areas a lot faster. But that's probably not a good idea. It would be far too dangerous. Mario's survived worse explosions. Alright, we got a bit of a puzzle room right here. This will take a few minutes to get through, but I have plenty of time. Alright, well, Sushi had to come into play at some point in the final dungeon. Speaking of Sushi, this ability right here. I can't remember. Is there any place where where it's actually useful to dive besides the jungle? I feel like this is very underutilized. That was neat. Oh, and speaking of Bombette... Oh, Stripeback says that I used it to get the key in Silver City. Yep, there was another place, alright. And... maple syrup. I'll go ahead and use that right now, actually. Okay, given the coloring of the water and the sound associated with the water flowing in here, I really don't want to think about where that water is coming from. Tell you what, this puzzle is really involved, just for the sake of grabbing a key. Now we gotta do everything in reverse. Now, before I start draining this, I want you to kind of pay attention to the water down there in the lower left corner of the screen. Specifically, I wanted you to make note of the sparkling edge of the water. And the sparkling edge goes down with the water, but... remember where the sparkling edge was before I drained the water? It suddenly appears whenever I start refilling the water. That is certainly a weird little glitch there. And I'm probably the only person in the world who has noticed it. Whee! I wonder if I can reach the spring from here. Can't tell. Probably not. Interesting thing about that glitch is, it only affects the one up there. This one works perfectly normally. Okay, well, we have the key, which means we can go through this door. What lies on the other side of this door? Find out when we come back.